this is going to be an interesting topic. It's kind of hard to talk about it, but I've recently become more okay with not having friends as I've seen more and more videos because of my algorithm saying that people don't have no friends, Seen a lot of those videos. But before I watched these videos, I used to feel like I was a loser to not have a lot of friends because I would be around a lot of people that have friends. Even my family, my own mother had a friend for as long as I've been alive. Yeah. Which is almost over 30 years. Just crazy, but yeah, a lot of people that I know have had friends, long-term friendships, not so much long-term, relationships or marriages. Some of my family members have, but I think it's because I've been so close with my family. I have nieces that are around my age. Yeah, it's crazy. They have kids, so I'm a great aunt. Yeah, but I used to think I was a loser. This started way back even in middle school. Yeah, because I had moved away from my family and friends that were living out here, but I moved out to the East Coast. While I was on the East Coast, I lived out there for a while, since middle school, high school, and some of college, and a little bit after that. I've had some friendships during the end of high school, but not so much in middle school or the beginning of high school, which was kind of sad. But eventually, people see me and they seen I was kind of cool. And some people I would hang out with, but I never really grew a bond or a close, friendship. And that kind of stunted my growth, I feel like, a little bit, because I was always to myself. Now, y'all, I'm not saying I don't have any friends, and I'm not saying that I never had friends, but what I am saying is that I never had a best BFF. None of that. I've always been my own best friend. And matter of fact, I used to believe in Jesus, and I used to believe that he was my best friend. But now, I just really am best friends with myself. But I have had friends that I hung out with tough, especially in elementary school. That was the best time. I had a group of girlfriends, and when I left them, I was kind of devastated. But yeah, I even had a little souvenir that I've kept, a little gift that my close friend in elementary school, her grandma made for me, and it was the sweetest thing that I ever got. It's the sweetest thing I ever received, I swear. So yeah, one of the sweetest things, but that's a story for another day. But the reason why I'm making this is because I'm kind of following the trend a little bit, but I can honestly say I've never had a best friend, and I'm okay with that. And I want y'all to know that it's okay if y'all don't have a best friend. It's okay to have friends. I feel like that's a good thing. It's not, I just feel like it's not for everybody, because not everyone is the friendship kind of person, I feel like. Now, I wasn't always a good friend, and people weren't always a good friend to me. Every time I try to make friends back in the day, it always ended up to be some BS. Yeah. like inviting people over. They steal from my family. Shit like that. Shit like that. Yeah, it's been a lot of incidences that were like, now I know why I like to be to my motherfucking self. But hey, you live and you learn. But I want to give y'all a virtual hug, you know, to those people out there that feel like, hey, like, I feel alone and lonely. It's one thing to be alone, but it's another thing to be lonely. And I broke girl code with one of my friends back in high school. We ended up fighting. Ended up on World Star. And after that, I didn't really talk to people much. But I apologized to her about that, like, later on, like, way after high school, because I couldn't find the words to say, but it felt good to, you know, tell her that. And she was like, I forgave you a long time ago. And that really meant a lot because we were close. But ever since then, I made sure, you know, like, I didn't do nobody dirty like that, because I don't like when people do me dirty. Like, to get respect, you gotta give respect to get it, and vice versa, like, right? Okay, yeah. I think I said that right. So, you know, eyelashes a little too long. I'm just kidding. But no, yeah. But let's just take a moment of silence to those folks that, like, feel alone. You're never alone. Like, there's a community of people that don't have friends, and they're making it known out here on these YouTube streets, on these TikTok streets, or whatever. And yeah, I just want to know y'all thoughts. Like, if you have a friend out there that's a genuinely good friend, hang on to that friend, okay? Because there's very few out there. But I hope to be a good friend to my friends that I have, and any future friends. And as far as relationships go, I've never been really good at picking them, but I have high hopes that I'll find that one, you know, one of them ones. And I hope y'all do too. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful and happy Friday.